Yes.
Yes. All right. Yes. So we are here with Eastern Passage.
How you guys doing tonight?
Good.
Great, thank you.
So do you guys just want to go around the table, I guess, and introduce yourselves and what you play in the band?
Yeah, absolutely. Justin Fancy. I've written a couple of songs, produced the record. I play guitar and sing vocal.
My name is John Dale, or Sir Johnny Dale, and I play mandolin. Met Justin about 2 years ago, and been playing together ever since.
My name is Steve Oakley. I'm the bass player. I've been playing with Justin for about 4 years, on and off. That's it.
Cool. So how did you guys get together as a band?
It started a couple of Paddy's Day weekends ago. I've been gigging for quite a while, and I met Johnny. I needed someone to fill in for me at Greensleeves, and that's where it all started. So I was very impressed by the chemistry that we both had at that time, and we just continued to play together, and now we got a record out. So
cool.
So speaking of this record, it's sounding really good. I know it's not out yet, but I've had to listen to it, and it's actually really good.
Thank you very much.
I really like this cover, this picture. Is that your own picture?
Yeah, well, it has significant relevance. When I decided to do the record, I wanted to. My father's from St. John's, and that's a small community in Notre Dame Bay. Mm-hmm. I wanted a picture to symbolize something along that line, like an outport kind of Newfoundland traditional kind of thing, because it's where my roots are from. So I wanted to kind of symbolize that instead of just putting a picture of ourselves kind of deal on the front cover. I wanted something different. So I went hunting, and I didn't have to hunt for long. Judd Haynes, the guy who designed the album and kind of did all the artwork, he dug it up from a guy on St. John's. I can't recall his name right now, but I will shortly. But he sent the photo, and Judd did some changes with it to kind of bring out the rocky color and the whole colorful thing. I thought it was a beautiful picture. I think it symbolizes a lot of what we actually recorded on the record too. It has significance, right? So.
Okay. So you mentioned that the CD was self-produced. You want to, I guess, just talk a bit about that process?
Yeah, so it was a learning curve for me. I know Steve has done a lot of stuff prior to me, so Steve kind of taught me a lot of stuff on the fly. I did a lot of work with Robert Kelly too as well. I was working on a solo record that's in the works as well, but I kind of took it upon myself. Johnny had the gear on his basement, so I took it upon myself, learned a couple of things, and it was off to the races we go. So yeah, it's a challenge, and we kind of almost took each other's heads off at one point. But in the end, it's all when you hear the finished product, it really makes you realize, that we're going to be a group for years to come. So
It was worth the time you put into it.
yeah, absolutely.
Well, let's hear some of it. This is Leaving of Liverpool, Eastern Passage. Back here on the party at CHMR, back here with
Yes, we are.
Eastern Passage. Now, Justin, you were saying during that track that there was a guest on there, on that specific track, Leaving of Liverpool.
Right, yeah. So his name is Aaron Collis, and I'm so happy that he agreed to play on the record. It never took him any time at all. We were hours and hours doing what we had to do, and he came in and done it all in 45 minutes to an hour, right? So I mean, fantastic player, great friend, and I just wanted to mention him because I know he's listening. He's actually headed to the UK now on Monday, I think, for a tour with the Dardanelles. So
Cool.
He's a bit of a prodigy.
Yeah, yeah, no doubt about it.
Yeah, it was great.
You had mentioned that you put this whole album together in 3 weeks. How'd that go?
So we got together one night, and we wanted to jam for Paddy's Day, and we had this record, in the back burner for a while, and we kind of decided, okay, let's put a record out, get it out for Paddy's Day. As you can tell, never got out for Paddy's Day, but we still finished it in 3 weeks. The whole recording process took 3 weeks, and then it got mixed. It took me about, in between traveling with work and stuff, it took me about three I'd say a week and a half for it to be mixed and happy with it. Then of course it had to be sent away for manufacturing and mastering and all that stuff. Actually, Spencer Crew did the mixing and Jason Whalen did the mastering, and they're both homegrown. So I would recommend those two people. Spencer worked with me night in, night out. It was my first record, and I was really picky over it, and he was understandable. And I think there's about 9 pages of Facebook chat from myself and him at all hours of the day and night. So I mean, he was fantastic as well. And Jason turned it around for us in a couple of days mastering. I got to give a heads up to him too as well, Jason Whalen, for all your mastering needs. He's a great guy for that kind of stuff.
Cool. So you mentioned that on this album there's two original tracks. Do you want to just talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, sure. So the first song on the record is our single. It's called "The Tide." Myself and Carl Peters, I credit Carl for this one because I introduced the song to him about 3 or 4 years ago, and he ran with it on the mandolin, and I loved the way that that the song went and how it flowed and all that kind of stuff. So I kind of had that in my mind. I wanted to get that one out. I was just waiting for the right time. Johnny came around, and Johnny basically mimicked what Carl done, and we laid it down, and I think it's fantastic. Aaron did a great job on accordion in it as well. So that's that one, and number 5 is "Home Down by the Shore," written by a guy named Oz Gatehouse. He's from Change Islands, so he talked about the relevance of the whole cover and the whole mention of Change Islands and stuff. I heard this song at my aunt and uncle's house years ago. My uncle Ed, I know he's listening, and I can remember being down in his basement listening to this song years and years ago, and he always brainwashed me with this song. He always listen to this song. I remember him having tape cassettes and tapes of cassettes down there, and he used to play it over. But he used to play this song a lot, him and my uncle Danny. And I really, really liked the song. I was always interested in the lyrics and all that kind of stuff, and I took it on, and I think Oz is really proud of the song. I sent it to him the other day, so I think he's proud that someone's actually doing something with it here. And there's a lot of relevance to the album and what we're trying to do here, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Cool. So I think you mentioned that you wanted to play "The Tide" for us in studio.
Oh, sure, yeah. Not a problem. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Sat down on the beach by the ocean, listening to the birds and sing. I can hear the ocean roaring as the tide rolls into me. All the silent voices seem deeply defined by the cold and night wind. But I still find a place to patiently gaze as the tide rolls into me. All those grey foggy days are still not the best, but accustomed to the soil of ours. But there's no better place, all down by the shore, as the tide rolls into me. Oh, now this is the story I will tell you as you sit beside the shore. I will always take time to sit and watch as the tide rolls into me. Oh, there's days filled with laughter and days filled with tears, wherever you may be. But so long as the shore be by my side, all the tide will roll into me. All those grey foggy days are still not the best, but accustomed to the soil of ours. But there's no better place, all down by the shore, as the tide rolls in to me. All those grey foggy days are still not the best, but accustomed to the sight of us. What a some better place, hauling down by the shore, as the tide rolls in to me. Oh, as the tide rolls in to me, as the tide rolls in to me.
Back here on the party on CHMR.
Yes, we are.
Back here in studio with Eastern Passage. We just heard Home Down by the Shore.
Yes, we did.
Another fantastic original tune from these guys.
Was.
So, is there a favorite track from, I guess, amongst the group on this album?
So the Tide means a lot to me. It means a lot to the group, obviously, because that kind of evolved as we were gigging away. But another one that we kind of got our own arrangement, our own feel to it, our own everything is the Wild Mountain Time. A lot of people know it by Go Lassie Go, but it's a song that we really wanted to put on this record, and it's done differently than the norm. I grew up listening to it by the Matchless Men and the Dubliners and all that kind of stuff. But yeah.
All right, let's hear it. This is Eastern Passage with Wild Mountain Time.
And we're back here on the party on CHMR.
Indeed.
We are here with Eastern Passage. So you guys have you're releasing your CD next week, but your release show is on May 9th. Would you like to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so we've had the record on for a little while now. We kind of want to sit on it and get some radio time, and we thought that putting the record out a couple of weeks before would give people a chance to actually hear the music and kind of see, I want to go see these guys. So we got a lot of friends and family involved too, and I've got a lot of support that I hope that's going to show up to the Rock House that night. It's been a long road for me musically. I've been gigging for 8 or 9 years, I guess, and I started work with Husky actually 3 years ago now, and decided to put a record out. So it's kind of gone from live entertainment to the digital world. It's been, like I said, it's been a long road, and a lot of people have encouraged me to do what I'm doing today, and get the record out and promote it and market it and stuff. So I've got it at I actually dropped it off at Fred's and O'Brien's Music today. Fred's Records, O'Brien's Music, and Reed Music. So that'll be available on Monday, and you can buy tickets for the show at the Rock House at Reed Music. You can pick them up there. June was happy to accept them today, and the tickets as well. So that's great. Thank you for that. thanks to Fred's and O'Brien's as well for supporting us. I know we're going to be on a new release as well at Fred's on Monday, so that's very exciting. And I think he did put some out there today. It was a big crowd there today for. It was record day today at Reed's or at Fred's, so there was a lot of people in and out of there today. So yeah, it's great.
So going back to the Rockhouse show on the 9th, who are you guys playing with?
So the Pints are opening up for us. It has significance to me because I know the guys. I went to school with them, and they're from Conception Bay South, where I grew up too. So I'm very, very pleased to say that they're going to open up. They're fantastic, and I'm looking forward to it. It's going to start. They open up, I think, at 11 o'clock. So the Toby Keith show is also on the same night. So we kind of had to work around that, but. I think it's going to be great because people are already going to be downtown, so they kind of just hop over to the Rock House. That's what I'm hoping. So that's what I'm hoping is going to happen. So we've got the Points opening up. They start at 11. Doors open at 10. They start at 11, and then we go on at 12 for a couple of sets. So yeah, it's going to be all right.
We got some special guests too.
Yes, as well. Yes. Good point there, Steve. So we've got the wonderful Mike Hanrahan, and Aaron Collis is going to be getting off a flight on the 9th from the UK, and he's going to be joining us. So I'm just praying that there's no fog on both ends of her.
We're going to send a limo.
Downtown. Yeah, but we've got Mike and stuff as well. Mike is down in Cuba now, and I think it's Cuba, down somewhere south. But he's going to be rehearsing with us in the next couple of weeks. So I played with Mike quite a few times, and he's familiar with my style and all that kind of stuff. So
we got Jim Cawley as well.
And Jim Cawley is on the drums as well. Can't leave Jim out. So it's going to be good. So drums, he's adding a sort of a rocky kind of deal to what we've got going on. It's kind of the record is as you know, it doesn't have any percussion on it, but Jim is going to add that, and I think it's going to be fantastic. It's going to be an upbeat night. Yeah, so it's good.
Cool. So I guess beyond the release show, what are your plans for the future?
Yeah, so right now our plan is to kind of sit on a record for a bit and see where that goes. We want to do a lot of promotion, so like shows like this, we'd love to come back, by the way.
Awesome.
And I've got a few contacts, from being in the industry for a long while. So I've got other plans with radio and hopefully some news and all that kind of stuff. So right now it's promote. I just got the website up, and you can go to that at www.easternpassagemusic.ca. I've got some samples of our tracks on there, and you'll be able to buy the CD on Monday. So everything will be up on Monday. You'll be able to buy it on iTunes, Fred's, O'Brien's, anywhere locally, and tickets go on sale as well on Monday at Reed Music.
Cool.
Well, thanks you guys for coming in.
Not a problem. Thank you.
Thank you so much.